It's a test for Joreuz. He's starting this one off in the Dominus against Vatira. Vatira is one of the players who has played very consistently throughout all of Salt Mine 3. He got top 6 in Stage 1. He finished off top 8 in Stage 2. But he's had some very impressive results along the way. His most impressive result this stage was a win against Moxie, who is actually first place confirmed in Group A already. Joreuz surviving the early aggression there from Vatira. Doesn't get the ball past him on his first attempt on attack. Joreuz looks like he's ready for rocket racing with the Joreuz FN tag here. His next attack doesn't really cause Vatira too much trouble either. This one might, depending on Joreuz can hit it. No, he doesn't have enough boost to really wrap around that one. It's Vatira with a huge advantage. Top corner shot forces Joreuz to save it badly. And the follow-up is good for Vatira. Remember that although Joreuz is just looking for that one win against Vatira, that does mean that Vatira are looking for 3 wins, no losses against Joreuz. That is the only scoreline that will put Vatira into 2nd place in the group. That would actually be his best group finish. He's finished 3rd place in Stage 1 and 2 in his group, so he can improve on that today with a sweep against the defending champion. Vatira with a reset double attempt. Joreuz saves it after a quick respawn, but a well-placed follow-up by Vatira will make it 2-0. That lets us watch this incredible save by Joreuz again. That's a fantastic read. He actually predicted the double tap pretty perfectly. But Vatira's really put him under a lot of pressure with these attacking plays. I said it, in the other match we watched Vatira play this stage against Moxie. I've been so impressed with his development as a player. When he first started playing 1v1, he relied a lot on his, ball chasing. He relied a lot on his aggressive positioning to catch his opponents off guard. And now he just looks like a really well-rounded player who is able to react. He's able to play on low boost. He's able to use his shadowing skill as well. Which is great to see, because we all know how good Vatira is playing that reactive defense in 3v3. Oh, look at Joreuz. He just goes right through him with a double tap. Kind of like a hold position double tap here by Joreuz. Just pops the ball into the bar. Actually gets a favorable bump off Vatira to slow him down even more. And cushions the rebound into the back of the net. Now here's Joreuz. Not even a fake kickoff, it's just a no-go kickoff that really only he has used at the highest level recently. This one doesn't really work out too well because he has ended up in a pretty awkward position. Defensive pinch evens out the disadvantage somewhat, and now the boost grab on spawn will completely turn this one around. You might be wondering, why is Joreuz just leaving the ball on the kickoff? Surely he knows his opponent's going to see that and they're just going to shoot the ball and then seal his boost away. Well, he does realize that. He knows that that's one of the things that could happen. But it's always a good idea to confuse your opponent, especially with your kickoff strategies. Get them worrying about what you're doing. Because later on in the game, if he decides to go for the kickoff from that position, his opponent might be trying too hard to focus on spotting the fake kickoff that never happens. And that would give Joreuz a much better chance of winning the kickoff when he goes for the big win. Does he have a chance to shoot in this position? No, Joreuz has to back off. It's a great first touch to keep control. Actually punches the ball in defense to set up another attack down the center of the field. Huge air roll to line up a shot. Joreuz fakes a follow-up, and what a catch! Well, how did he get underneath the ball there? It looked like the ball was barely off the ground. Joreuz wave dashes to just sneak himself underneath it and immediately flicks to tie the game. Ridiculous power, unbelievable control to flick the ball like that with the Dominus. Why is this game close? I mean, Joreuz is still really good. That's why. He's struggled in this stage of the tournament, but he's in a group of death, so it's not like he's suffered any embarrassing defeats. He's lost 3-2 to Drally when Drally did in fact check in for his game. Then he lost 3-2 to Rawas, and he lost 3-2 to Moxie. So Joreuz has taken 3 world-class players to Game 5, and then he's also beaten Atto 3-1. So, you know, although he's 1 series win and 3 losses, that doesn't really tell the whole story for Joreuz. He's been extremely close in all of his losses, playing everybody respectfully and showing that he's still one of the players in the conversation for best in EU. Ceiling double tap from Joreuz, ties the game. It's that explosive offense, that option that Joreuz always has to just pull the trigger and outplay his opponent in the blink of an eye. That has everybody in the edge of their seat when they're watching him play. He was easily one of the most entertaining players when he first appeared in the one scene. One of the first players to look like they're just freestyling and clipping on their opponents, but in fact it was just a little glimmer into the future of what 1v1 would look like. Oh, what a dunk! Vatira annihilates Joreuz with the mid-air 50. He just took his time to set that one up, and notice how he air-rolled away from the ball at the last second there to create a little bit of a gap between himself and the ball that Joreuz did not spot. So Joreuz thought he was about to 50-50. Instead, he just hit it cleanly into Vatira, who was able to then dunk it past him. Vatira pops the ball into the backboard. That's not going to be too much of a test for Joreuz defense, but that's not what Vatira was planning to go for. Not supposed to be a big test. Now Joreuz in reverse has a chance to take off into the air, does so. Tries for the awkward reset, but doesn't pan out this time. Final 40 seconds of the game. Reset for Vatira. Goes very low with it. In fact, loses all of his momentum on the landing as well. Joreuz is trying to quickly advance, but his shot is cut off. Vatira denied the counter-attack that he was looking for. Joreuz trips him up to set up the boost steal. This is still an advantage for Joreuz in the position. And the reset is too low on the ball. Vatira comes away with it. That's a mistake from Joreuz that will prove costly. Vatira leads by 2. Joreuz fumbles his opportunity to tie the game after setting up the boost steal quite well. Still a chance for Joreuz here. He needs a big kickoff win though. He's not going to get one. Vatira too strong. In fact, it looks like Vatira is threatening for another goal late in the game. He's got enough momentum to recover here. Vatira sticking on top of Joreuz, not giving him any space. Bumps him to secure the game. And that's one step for Vatira towards finishing top 2 in a Salt Mine 3 group for the first time. Ridiculous field control there for Vatira on the next ranked post-game stats. That's one of the highest disparities that we have seen so far, 68%. Remember, use !TNR in Twitch chat or the YouTube description to find the nextrank.com link. Letting you guys know again, in case you didn't hear me say this earlier, that we have had an issue with the site being down, but we'll get it back up. So if you do try to use the link and the site is down, just check back later and you'll be able to sign up for the 15% discount for the course release early next year. You'll also be added to the email list and get sent all the unlisted videos we've recorded. Well, you'll get sent access to one of them every week, and there will be a link in the playlist, or to the playlist of all of them in the description of those videos. So you'll get access to all. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from Game 1. It was quite a tame game for Vatira overall, but he got the job done. Clinical performance overall. Shout out as well, of course, to Shotcast, the official podcast for Salt Mine 3. Going to be seeing the boys tomorrow. Well, not this time tomorrow. A little bit too early, but yeah, later on tomorrow when I head over to Tampa to cast solo queue in person. And yeah, reminder that I'm going to be casting Salt Mine 3 finals in person with CJ as well, which is going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, we've also, as I keep saying, got some time to record some bonus Jotcast content for anyone who's decided to sign up on the Jotcast Patreon. There's dozens of episodes now at the low cost of 1 Twitch sub, so pretty worthwhile. Oh! The power and the placement from Joreuz here. It's really unbelievable. That first touch to pop the bomb middle is also so well done. Vatira thought he was in a great position to stop pretty much any shot there. Joreuz is just a little bit too accurate, a little bit too powerful with his follow-up shot. Back of the Fennec, of course. Joreuz's main car. Dodging the demo from Vatira in the back corner. Vatira keeping the pressure on though. Flicks across the box for the boost steal on the far side. No time to turn and face the ball though. Joreuz is all over him. And he manages to slot a second goal before Vatira can get goal side of the ball again. That's the power of position in 1v1. Your opponent might have a boost advantage, but if they're facing away from the ball and you're facing the ball, you can very often continue to be the aggressor in the position. Look to even out the boost disadvantage, or even, as Joreuz did there, create scoring opportunities. Vatira ground to air dribble. Joreuz quickly up into the air to stop it. Vatira decides not to play for the boost steal in Joreuz's back corner. Instead plays a safer approach and now jumps early to shut down Joreuz. Follow-up aerial play. Joreuz takes the ball back. Vatira in the area. It's well controlled though by Joreuz in his defensive corner. Aerial shot for Vatira. Joreuz hits it into his own crossbar, but Vatira circling the edge of the box now. Looking for another chance. He's got Joreuz in his sights. Joreuz has done well, producing consecutive saves here. Vatira wanted a double tap from point blank range. That's also been denied by Joreuz. And again, Joreuz advances down the line to force Vatira back, and then goes back for his thunder boost while Vatira comes for the full pitch air dribble. Catches the ball and plays for the boost steal at the far side. This is patient play from Vatira. He might be in the best chance now to score. Goes for it and misses by a very narrow margin. It's still Vatira in attack, but Joreuz manages to challenge him. And that will be a boost steal for Joreuz with the inverted half flip. So no goals for Vatira in game 2. And now Joreuz might have just set him up for his first one. Reset for Vatira and a block in the follow through. Joreuz actually double taps it into a counter attack. Oh my goodness, what a touch. Joreuz is always able to produce those surprising touches, no matter who you put him up against. Vatira thought for sure that Joreuz was going to send that to the back corner and try and take the boost. Joreuz spotted an option to score, even while under pressure in defense. Half flip kickoff from Joreuz. Vatira's going to try and score with a low boost play. Joreuz does comfortably save this. Great kickoff mix-ups by Joreuz. Vatira still looking for his first goal of the game. Halfway through, flip reset, wave dash shot. Goes very high over the goal. Joreuz now hunting a fourth. His flick does go on target, but a little bit too low to really be too much of a threat. Vatira chases Joreuz out of position, but Joreuz is really threatening now. And it's Joreuz who's up by 4. With a brief turtle on the approach. I mean, he jumped back down to the ground here. Still needed to flip his car back over before he reached the ball. But if you're wondering why is Vatira not advancing when he sees Joreuz do this, it's because he knows if Joreuz clips the ball while upside down like that, you can actually shoot it pretty low. So if you advance too far forward, it's actually something that can outplay you, the turtle shot, the turtle catch. But yeah, in this case, Joreuz just uses it to recover and create a follow-up shot, which wasn't savable. Vatira with an attempted fake on the back of the reset. Joreuz has shut that one down. It's actually a very comfortable game 2 so far for Joreuz. Too clinical. 5 goals from only 6 shots for Joreuz. He chips it middle, and he calls Vatira's bluff. Absolutely sends the ball over his head, saving his dodge. I mean, Joreuz really does still have it. Such a deceptive player. Giving Vatira some real problems here, but that might not be the touch he wants. Vatira up into the air, trying to bump Joreuz on the way back down, but Joreuz shrugs it off, catches the ball, and looks for a 6th goal now on the counter attack. Remember, if Vatira loses this game, he will not be able to catch up to Joreuz. He will be sentenced to another 3rd place finish in his group for the 3rd stage in a row. That would also confirm all of the final standings in Group A, but Vatira's still got a fighting chance here. 1 goal with just about enough time left on the clock to actually produce a reasonable comeback. Joreuz did not expect Vatira to flick early there. He's trying to get one more small boost pad. Turned out there was no time. Vatira with the boost advantage. Joreuz with the ball though, and that's, like I said, all he needed to even out the boost advantage that Vatira had. See, Vatira's just sticking in the position and see what exactly is Joreuz doing there. You never know where he's going to be hitting the ball when he's overhead like this. Oh wow, the catch by Vatira on his own goal line. Unbelievable control and bravery to do that in that position, but Joreuz is still going to come away with a strong play. 6-1 after a ceiling pinch from defense. Outplays Vatira and leaves Joreuz with an open net. Vatira's not called forfeit. It looks like he is going to try and play for the impossible comeback here and keep his chances for second place in the group alive. If that doesn't materialize, then we will have the confirmed final standings for Group A, and these two will just be playing for pride. Joreuz playing to try and gain a positive game win-loss differential in the only Salt Mine main event is made. Vatira calls next at 7-1. So that we do have the final standings then confirmed for Group A. Moxie in first, Roas in second, Vatira in third, Joreuz in fourth, and then fifth place Atto, sixth place Drally. So great stuff there by Joreuz. If you're a Roas fan, you'll be very happy with that. Let's take a look at the other results for this round. We've got a couple of Group B matches currently happening that are also important in determining the final standings. Remember, if Stizzy sweeps TRK, he's currently 1-0. And if Naupo sweeps Toxic, then Stizzy will avoid last place in Group B. So that would be massive for him. Just to prove that he can get a win. He's still looking for his first win in Salt Mine 3 main event. It's a really tough one. You're looking for your first win and you're up against TRK. Never going to be an easy match there. But he's done the first part. And he's got a little bit of help from Naupo as well. Let's see what's going to happen in this series though. Vatira vs Joreuz goes to game 3. Very impressive game there for Joreuz. Does Vatira have another gear to go to? What's his plan? To try and shut down Joreuz and get his 4th win in a Salt Mine main event group stage for the second time. Vatira's record in the group stages has been incredibly impressive. He's really taken his time here. Patient display on the approach from Vatira on that one. That's a bit of a panic there from Vatira though. Joreuz will capitalize. Vatira did not get control here. It looks like he was trying to pinch that one into his own back corner. It just went absolutely nowhere. Joreuz comfortably slotted it in reverse to continue his goal spree. Delayed kickoff by Vatira. Notice how he used his dodge there to follow the ball just in case Joreuz tried to roll with it. Fake hasn't gone on target here, although it might have faked out Joreuz. Joreuz with a catch. And the open net. Well, what happened to Vatira here? Because it looks like he had boost, but he just didn't get it quickly enough. Yeah, he just didn't go for the most efficient path back to net there. And even if he was going to grab that back corner boost in time, he would have had to do it a little bit more quickly than he did. You know, having to turn away to grab the boost is never ideal. Joreuz with a pinch down the line. Backs Vatira up enough to grab that corner boost, and a great timing on the jump there from Joreuz. Matching Vatira precisely. And now threatening a third goal. Vatira trying to get a save. Oh my goodness, he's done it. What a save by Vatira. Joreuz is still in a great position here. Vatira tried to use a wall dash to stay alive in defense, and he has done so. Well, that is one of the most impressive defensive stands you're ever going to see. Vatira with the bump, the post pinch save, and then the wall dash to get the follow-up clear. Absolutely unbelievable. Has he conceded by driving out of position for a boost yet again? Yes, he has. Well, all the heroics in defense are not going to matter if you keep getting sucked into the big boost at the wrong time. Second time this game that's happened for Vatira. Joreuz continues to look more than good in the matchup. And you gotta wonder what would have been for Joreuz if he was able to play all 3 stages. Salt Mine 3. Would he have been another contender? Certainly looks like it. It's a double reset for Joreuz. Goes low with the shot at the end of it all. Vatira will elect the ball for his first goal of the game. And Joreuz definitely feeling extremely confident. And why wouldn't he be with how things are going here? And I mentioned earlier that Joreuz has lost in Game 5 every time he has taken a loss in this group stage. And not only that, he's lost in close Game 5s against Rally. Oh wow, Joreuz with a catch after faking it in and out clear. That's unbelievable. It's worked out beautifully in his favor. Yeah, Rally in the first round beat Joreuz 6-5 in Game 5. And then earlier on today, Moxie beat him 8-4 in Game 5. That was a little bit less close. Vatira, no, not Vatira, sorry. It's shot by Joreuz again. He really is on point right now. Yeah, it was Joreuz who beat Joreuz 7-6 in Game 5 when they played. Absolutely beautiful control mid-air there from Joreuz. Flip reset, mid-air 50 into a well-timed ground pinch to score the open net. Yeah, Joreuz is honestly just a couple of goals away from fighting for a group win here. Really is. That close sometimes, especially with quality we've had on display in Salt Mine 3. Big destructive 50-50 there from Vatira. In fact, it's bounced on target. That was a massive 50-50 win from Vatira. Yeah, guys, remember that Joreuz would have needed to win the entire group to have a chance of making it into Salt Mine 3 finals. He would have had to come out number 1 over everyone. So the fact that he has, lost 3 times into it wouldn't have actually mattered if Drally showed up and beat, the other players who are doing well in the group. Moxie or Was, Vatira all only have 1 loss each to their name. They all beat each other in a triangle. So, even if Drally was available for his games against those guys, they would still all be on 3 wins. Joreuz is only on 1 at the moment, so it didn't actually didn't matter, at least in terms of Joreuz making Salt Mine 3 finals, whether or not Drally played in the games that he had to forfeit. Well, Joreuz another clean outplay. This is so impressive to see what he's doing to Vatira. If you ask any pro player worldwide to list players that are difficult to get the ball past in Rocket League, Vatira will be up there in anybody's list. He is just so good at challenging, so good at reading his opponent, so good at reacting to what they do, so good at finding opportunities to enter the play aggressively. Joreuz has made him look really quite normal in these last 2 games. Vatira with the mind game. Joreuz recovers well to stop it. And another solid counter-attack from Joreuz. He is shutting down Vatira at one end and outplaying him at the other. Vatira must be wondering, what on earth is going on? Because this is the guy who's currently 1-3 in the group. Vatira's 3-1 in the group. It's looking like it should be the other way around based on just how this series is going. Of course, that's not any indication of Vatira's overall level. He is one of the contenders and secured for Salt Mine 3 finals. But just like I said about Zen and Nas, you want to go into Salt Mine 3 finals with your last series being a victory, especially in Vatira's case, because he is going to be in the last chance bracket of Salt Mine 3 finals. He's not going to have a second chance at it if he does lose. So you're going to need to reset the mental. That bump does land though. That's better from Vatira. A little bit harder to dodge that one. Joreuz has shadowed a lot in defense today, so I'm not surprised to see Vatira trying to target him like this. Vatira using the large side of the hitbox there to try and find Joreuz with the bump, not being precise with the front end of the car, instead going for more of a general coverage of the ball. Now reset for Vatira, still looking for the comeback. Oh, what a finish! Joreuz with another compliment in the quick chat for Vatira. First it was defense, now it's about his offense. Flip reset for Vatira, and I wish that ball, in some ways I wish it didn't hit the crossbar, because that flick was unbelievable. 42 kph on the scoreboard, but we all know it was closer to 100, maybe over 100, with how quickly Vatira slammed that one in off the bar. But obviously I wish it was not in off the bar. At the same time, I'm glad it was. It looks even better visually, although we don't know what the real speed was. Vatira 30 seconds and change to come back from quite a large deficit. Another irritable bump. This one is saved by Joreuz, though. Masterfully done, wrapping himself around the ball. And now trying to counter-attack with the flip reset double. Vatira didn't respect it, and now it's a 1-goal game. Well, that's a crazy read from Vatira. He decided that it was actually a higher percentage play to just hope that Joreuz is missing here, because obviously if Joreuz is missing, Vatira's got a goal for free. If Joreuz is hitting that, then who knows where it's going. So that might turn out to be actually a really smart play by Vatira to just play the miss. He decided, best win condition, I need 2 goals. I think I'm probably better playing the miss here, and he's done it again. Vatira does not respect Joreuz on that play. He didn't have to on that occasion, but Joreuz still has full control. He's looking to air dribble it into the ground. Vatira can't catch it. It's 2-1 Joreuz as the final match of the group remains as close as possible. Yeah, Vatira just really struggled to get goals against Joreuz. 16 shots, only producing 6 goals. That's not the usual conversion rate that you get with Vatira. And Joreuz, on the other hand, getting 7 goals from 13 shots, just a little bit more efficient with his scoring. Let's take a look at the other results that are coming in for Group B, see if we've got any confirmation. So it looks like we will have a confirmation on the bottom end of the table. That one loss, Stizzy's actually beating TRK 2-1, which is not going to be enough for Stizzy. He needed to sweep TRK if he was going to leapfrog Toxic in the standings. Naupo and Nas could tie for second place in the group when it comes to series score and game win-loss differential, and Naupo has that high-tide, so Nas might not be safe for top 2 actually in Group B. If you're trying to catch that match at the same time, by the way, Jorby is streaming it, TRK versus Stizzy. Right now we have got game 4 between Vatira and Joreuz to look at. So let's get into it. Joreuz on a great streak right now. Been surprising Vatira at both ends of the pitch. But Vatira just carries him for long enough to have an open net here. Not really a lot Joreuz could do with that one. Bit of a frustrating play, of course. Yeah, Stizzy's had a decent run. He took Naupo to game 5 yesterday. Unfortunately, Naupo was able to reverse sweep him. And now obviously he's taking TRK to game 5. These are very impressive results for Stizzy. Just to take players like Naupo and TRK to game 5 is massive. I mean, these are some of the best 1v1 players on the planet. Joreuz forward corner ball double there, misses. Vatira's pinch also off target. Ceiling interception by Joreuz, patiently executed as well, but Vatira's back to stop Joreuz from pinching on target. Look how often Joreuz tries to use these surprising changes of direction to catch Vatira off guard. Very smart demo there as well by Joreuz. Now you've got a massive lineup for the shot. Vatira pings it off his own backboard to get the clear. A lot of distance on the clear as well. Joreuz still has control. Vatira dispossesses him. Now the counter-attack commences down the left-hand side of the pitch. The ever-competitive Vatira fighting for the series win, even though his final standings in the group are already confirmed. Yeah, if there's one guy who's going to play for the win right down to the last breath, it would be Vatira. He is one of the most competitive personalities that the Rocket League scene has ever seen. Joreuz, if he can't defend his title, of course, would like to finish with a win. This looks like, you know, if you were to have somebody guess, you'd assume that they're playing for their tournament life with how they've been fighting tooth and nail. It's Vatira in game 4, who has the advantage. It's a massive challenge to outplay Joreuz, who did have a boost advantage. Joreuz tried to pop it over Vati, he ended up just hitting it straight into him. Very curious to see how Joreuz plays with a disadvantage. He's been very good at holding on to leads, baiting Vatira into overextending and then capitalizing on counter-attacking opportunities. I know Vatira's put the pressure on him. That's a huge flick. It goes way over the bar. Vatira might have a chance to pressure Joreuz on this one. Joreuz trying to keep the ball in the back corner. Did not want to center it in front of his own net. Again, it's that counter-attack for Joreuz, but Vatira pings it into his own crossbar and avoided hitting Joreuz at the same time. Another spectacular save by Vatira. He's had several impressive saves, but uh-oh, he might have own gold here. No, not quite. He just slides into position perfectly and collects the ball as we reach half-time. Still 2-0 for Vatira. That's about to change though. Joreuz denies him the 50-50, escapes from Vatira's grasp, and he does have one goal. Now 2-1. We're a pretty low scoring game here, but I think Vatira's mode that he's using in this game is avoid mistakes at all costs. He's realized that Joreuz is trying to trick him into overextending. He's noticed that Joreuz is punishing him every time he does. So his mindset is just to be a little bit more cautious moving forward. Trying to air dribble by Vatira. Oh, point blank range reset goes high, but that was a great try. Vatira with the airball shot. Not enough power on it. 2 minutes to go. Joreuz looking to tie the game with a spiraling flip reset, but it's Vatira in defense who has the answer. Vatira, great boost management there as well. Oh, what a fake! He fakes the flick, and Joreuz just flies right past the ball. An effortless finish by Vatira. He really made it look like he was going to flick this one. Instead, just dropped it straight into Joreuz. It's such a smart play there for Vatira because he knows Joreuz could just miss completely. Even if Joreuz doesn't miss completely though, there's a decent chance that he's going to have a bad save, and Vatira can easily collect the ball if that was the case. Flip reset for Vatira again. No bump on the exit from the play, instead just plays the ball. And Joreuz wall shot is lackluster. Joreuz pinches the ball middle. It's huge power that does lead to a Vatira air dribble. Joreuz denies him any further advance, and now starts air dribbling himself. The preset pre-flip. Joreuz within one. So clinical. Once again, Vatira did not expect that much height on the shot. He was covering a bit lower. Couldn't get between the ball and the goal. Now with 1:13, it's Joreuz on the comeback trail. Joreuz looking for his third game in a row. Close out stage 3, close out Salt Mine 3 for him with a victory. In and out save in reverse from Joreuz there. He doesn't even get anywhere close. I mean, it's a creative idea there, but it looks like his brain might have confused him there as he couldn't work out which way he is supposed to be flipping. And Joreuz does end up trailing by 2 goals. TRK beats Stizzy, so is that a reverse sweep? Ah, it's a shame for Stizzy. He's been reverse swept by Naupo, and now he's also been reverse swept by TRK. Joreuz forces the own goal from Vatira now. Both players looking a bit silly in defense, but what can you do? Vatira committed to the pre-jump save. It hits the inside of the post, and he's actually perfectly slotted it. It wouldn't have mattered. Joreuz was in the area to score, even if Vatira didn't hit that. We got a minute to go. It's Joreuz back within one again, and the kickoff goes pretty even, but overall into Vatira's favor. Air dribble from Vatira. No flip to play with there though. He didn't have a flip reset or any demo threat. Joreuz trips him, steals the boost away. Vatira does have position. He's got the ball under control. Now he starts working his way up the field. Has to concede possession though, or decides to. Joreuz fakes one takeoff. Let's the ball bounce a little bit closer. Fake reverse challenge by Vatira. Joreuz trying to steal the back corner boost away. He does so. Vatira surviving. And now driving in defense. And now it's Vatira attacking in the closing seconds. Ends up a bit in front of the ball though, and that allows Joreuz to advance. You know Joreuz can produce some spectacular all-in moves, but that's not the takeoff he wanted. He's got some work to do. Joreuz forces a pre-jump save, but Vatira lands beautifully on the back wall. Fantastic recovery to force game 5. And that is where we're headed. We're the last round, or the last match to be finished in this round. The last match to be finished from the EU Stage 3 group stage. Vatira and Joreuz playing for pride here. Do you guys want to see the Saltmine 3 finals bracket for next week? Because all of the standings, all the points are confirmed. So we can show it to you if you want. Yeah, let's show the points. Let's look at the stage points. The points are confirmed for Stage 3. Here are the final standings when it comes to points. We still have Joreuz versus Vatira playing for pride in a second here. There's the points for this stage. Here's the overall points. And then we'll very quickly show you the bracket before we get into the game. So yeah, Moxie, TRK, Joreuz locking in those top 4. Zen, Naupo, Vatira, Drally locking in the next 4. And that's your points. Here's your Saltmine 3 finals bracket just before we get into the final game between Joreuz and Vatira here. They're both in the lobby. Moxie, Joreuz in the quarterfinal with a second chance. TRK, Nas in a quarterfinal with a second chance, of course. But Lance chance bracket, Zen, Drally, and Naupo, Vatira. Unbelievable bracket for Saltmine 3 finals. Anyway, let's get into game 5. Why don't we? For Vatira versus Joreuz. Just a little bit of information for you guys there while we wait for Vatira to get back into the lobby, but now he's back. And let's see who can take it. Joreuz has lost 3 game 5s already this stage. And he denied Vatira the 5th game win that would actually relegate Joreuz to just 1 series win and 4 losses. Yeah, if you're wondering, by the way, if you've looked at the overall point standings and you're wondering why Vatira has the 7th seed ahead of Drally, is because Drally's points were later, or it happened earlier. Vatira got more points in this stage, so he wins out the tiebreaker there on 8 points. So he avoids a matchup with Zen by doing that. If Drally had finished 5th place in his group instead of 6th place, or even 4th or 5th place, anything would have done, then it would have actually been Zen versus Vatira with tournament life on the line as an opening round. So yeah, there's no national team kills, not that they're in the same team. Every single first round for the Saltmine 3 finals next week in Europe will be 2 nations fighting against each other. Morocco, France, and Saudi Arabia, though. Some different combinations of those 3 nations going head to head. So Joreuz 2-1 up here. Vatira looking for an aerial shot to surprise him, but Joreuz is in position in net. He's been in position for most of Vatira's shots today. Not too many open nets for Vatira. He'll have to outplay Joreuz here if he wants to tie the game. Joreuz is up early. Vatira resets cleanly over him and rebounds while looking the other way. That's a proper no-look rebound as well. Not the absolute last second. Absolutely beautiful shot by Vatira to tie. Methodical, controlled in the approach, and then deadly with the finish. Joreuz pull shots Vatira to force the miss, but Vatira's going to have, oh my goodness, so much power on the follow-up shot as well. In fact, so much power that it gets away from Joreuz and slams into the back wall. Joreuz trying to take a 1-goal lead again and gets it. Vatira couldn't keep control, even though he did have an advantage in attack moments prior. Just imagine Vatira looking back at Joreuz when he scores that. Would you guys? I wouldn't mind actually some kind of not notification, but some kind of visual element to Rocket League where you can see when where your opponent's looking. I think that would be pretty cool. You can show your opponent that you're looking the other way when you're scoring a goal like that. Wouldn't mind the a visual for a flip reset as well. Some people prefer that there isn't one. I think it would be fine to have one. That's a really good challenge by Joreuz. Vatira had no idea Joreuz was going to go here. I mean, he knew Joreuz was there. Joreuz has been so standoff and so passive with most of his defense this series. He's invested heavily in this rush challenge working. Yeah, the DeLorean does have the flip reset visual. If you play the DeLorean, you can see the flip reset happening. But yeah, of course, when you're listening to your game sound, you can hear your engine accelerate just briefly. If you land on the ball with a flip reset, you can hear your engine kick into gear as well. If you're really paying close attention, you'll know if you got a reset for sure or not. Bit hard to hear if your opponent's gonna have one using game sound though. So Joreuz 5-2. Vatira trying to bump him out of the way here. Joreuz dodges but can't get back to the ball. It's a very creative dodge on the bump from Joreuz. He actually used his second jump to try and jump onto the post, but he landed on the post a little bit too awkwardly. He wasn't able to get back to the ball to stop it. Still a long way to go in this game. We've had mostly low-scoring games between these two. Well, a few low-scoring openers, but not this one. Joreuz coming out firing, coming out swinging in game 5. It's a ridiculous pre-jump from Vatira. Now both players have a brief huddle in the midfield before getting right back to action. Joreuz does like to shoot, of course. If you guys have watched his 1v1 gameplay throughout history, he's one of the first players to really just start integrating lots of heavy hits to keep his opponent at bay. Reset, double attempt from Joreuz. It's a mind game as well. But Vatira is able to get back and put a save together before Joreuz can bump him out of position. Extremely creative though by Joreuz. Now Vatira ball cam dribbling to see him. Flicks it over for 4-5. Joreuz might have thought that he's hiding behind the ball here because Vatira was kind of dribbling straight at him. Vatira knew exactly where Joreuz was and absolutely nailed the flick. 109 kph on that one. Will this be another heartbreaking defeat for Joreuz? Another Game 5 loss in the Salt Mine 3 Stage 3 main event. It's, you know, great to be close to your world-class competition, but in some ways the Game 5 losses can be even more painful than more one-sided defeats. Joreuz with a nice recovery there to defend Vatira's ceiling recovery rebound. Joreuz going for a ceiling recovery play here, but the ball got away from him. Vatira's got it for free again. Into the air he goes. Looks for the demo, gets it for 5-all. Vatira is on a killing spree. Last time in this position he flicked it over Joreuz. This time Joreuz backed down in case he was on the receiving end of another laser flick. But it wasn't a flick, it was an air dribble bump. Vatira comes back from 3 down with a long time to go in the game. Advantage Joreuz, 85 boost. Vatira with an extremely effective save. That's great placement to put it back corner, but his boost is starting to dwindle now. He had time to pick up one pad there, one more small pad. Joreuz actually struggling to control this one in the back corner. Vatira managing his boost very well and actually defends the next back corner boost as well. Joreuz has to bail on the boost steal. Little pitch air dribble threatened here by Joreuz. It's actually going to be a pogo outplay attempt that doesn't actually work out too well. Vatira reads the post bounce. Sets up a flick to the other side. Vatira showing mastery of flicks in both directions. A lot of respect being shown by both players here. Joreuz looking for the delayed shot, but can't surprise Vatira. Vatira fakes one way, fakes an infield dribble as well. He might have just been caught out of position though. Joreuz didn't bite on the fakes and then used his boost advantage to bump Vatira out of the way. That's a very, very solid angle of approach there from Joreuz. Not really any way out for Vatira. 36 seconds to go. Will Joreuz get his first Game 5 win? Yeah, this would actually have him finishing completely even in game win-loss differential in a very stacked group of players. And although he won't make Salt Mine 3 finals, that would show that he's still pretty close to this level. But this time it's just this simple double jump pop from Vatira. If you're wondering, well, what is Joreuz doing here? Why has that worked against him? All Vatira's done is double jump into the ball. Because Joreuz turned to challenge. He was getting a little bit nervous about the encroaching Vatira. About the potential for another air dribble bump. Vatira delayed kickoff. Loses all his momentum though. Joreuz steals the boost away. Vatira's going to need to survive on low boost once again. Joreuz looking to deny the 50-50. Gets the outplay and the goal. It's too clean for Joreuz. Vatira wanted to 50-50 him. But Joreuz chips it over and Vatira says go overtime, question mark. I don't know if Joreuz wants to do that because he's lost 3 Game 5s in this group. Vatira says Lamau, balls. He's going to do it. Absolutely amazing. Vatira the negotiator. Oh, he says let it run. You know what? Let's just make absolutely sure here that there's no shenanigans. Let's go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, a little bit scripted there, but obviously we've finished off the games that actually have an impact on the final standings. These guys are playing for pride at the moment. And it's going to be Vatira in overtime. What a negotiation. Joreuz had the boost advantage, but he completely botched it. And Vatira wins it. 9 seconds in. Wow. Incredible stuff by Vatira. And super unfortunate for Joreuz, who's lost Game 5 for the 4th time in a row in this match. But only kind words between these two fierce competitors as they finish the game here. Vatira says, GG's, bro. Good luck in your new team. Joreuz says, thanks, man. Vatira says, go kill it, bro. Joreuz says, good luck in Salt Mine. So yeah, lots of respect being shown between these two. Great series, and you know, Joreuz is still very close to the top level, even though he couldn't have too much of an impact in Salt Mine 3. He's taken, let me just read out the list again for you guys. He's taken Moxie, Ruas, Vatira, and Drally to Game 5. All of them taken to Game 5 by the great Joreuz. Unfortunately, he couldn't get any wins in those Game 5s, even though 3 of them were 1-goal losses, and this last one, maybe a little bit of shenanigans from Vatira as well. Yeah, I love that from Joreuz. So, playing his heart out, even when he's already eliminated, and unable to defend his title. That's the kind of fight you love to see from any competitor in Rocket League, especially in 1v1. Yeah, I feel like Balls question mark might go down as one of the all-time great negotiations in text chat from Vatira there. We need to get that one added to the quick chat, please, Psionics. Post-series stats very evenly distributed. We had possession from Joreuz mostly in his half, though, thanks to Vatira's field control. Pretty, boost-efficient game by both players. Not too much used on either side. Let's take a look at the final group stage standings once again. We had a glimpse of these during the series, but we'll update anyone who did join late here on the final group standings. Joreuz was able to come out 4th place. Honestly, pretty respectable game win-loss differential super respectable game win-loss diff for only winning 1 series. And Vatira for the 3rd time has finished 3rd place in his group in a Salt Mine 3 main event. Saudi Arabia. It looks like it's Saudi Arabia's turn. France were dominant in stage 1. It was Morocco in stage 2, and now Saudi Arabia taking all the top spots except 1 in stage 3. Let's take one last look again at the final point standings for anyone who missed it earlier on. It's a pretty good distribution at the top. We're not seeing any team kills in the first round as a result of how things have panned out. The only tiebreaker there, as of when the points were received, was Vatira Drally. They both finished off on 8, but because Vatira got more points in stage 3, he does finish ahead of Drally there. If they'd finished off tied in stage 3 on points, then it would have gone to stage 2. Yeah, every other points tally was pretty clear, with Moxie overall finishing with a massive lead, in fact, massively, like hugely in front, and TRK getting the second seed overall. Very consistent, just making it slight improvements every time. And that's the final point standings. What that means is we get this Salt Mine 3 Finals EU bracket. This is next week's bracket to decide who is going to win Salt Mine 3 EU. We got Moxie or Was at the top of the bracket, TRK versus NAS at the bottom. Winner of those 2 matches will advance all the way to preliminary finals, top 4. Losers will go to semi-finals, so that's why it's so important to get the top 4 seed in points, is you get that second chance, even if you do lose. As for Zen versus Drally and Naupo versus Vatira, they're on their last life from the quarterfinals, so they have to win. No second chances for those guys. Yeah, great matches to look forward to.